chirping all the way from London about Palestine, Palestine, Palestine.
Stepping dog!
Palestine,
Stepping dog!
Palestine,
Stepping dog! Stepping dog! Come on, buddy!
Palestine,
Stepping dog! Stepping dog! Stepping dog!
Palestine,
Every region, every line, stepping dog!
Palestine,
Get your knees up! Get your knees up!
Palestine,
Hey, Grego.
Palestine, Palestine.
How did you do what you did to Alec Baldwin, and what did you hope to achieve?
Alec Baldwin, look at me. Chris, honestly. Chris, look at my body. Look at this. Look at me. Chris, I was made.
Drive to Costco, Perrysburg, Ohio.
By a white man.
Listen, I understand you're a performative artist. I understand you're trying to make everybody laugh. You've made your joke about your terrible
It's
mania.
kind of like your
Okay, I'm not
I
matching you.
was being, this is the third white man to meet me this week.
Right.
Third white man. Yesterday, my white boyfriend beat me up. This is the third white man, but it was Alec. The second day was another white man. Third day, Chris Morgan is beating me up.
Jones, how are you?
Jeremy, I love the quartering. I love salty crackers.
Hey, someone.
Salty Cracker, how are you? Boy, that just sounds crazy. I can't believe I'm joined by Roseanne Marks.
Sorry I had such a boring desktop stream today, guys. I was interested in that court hearing.
I'm a commentator, I guess.
It's the only good part was the beginning when they were tearing up that
everything from big tech
the cops
to YouTube,
cross-examination.
technology, to pop culture, movies, video games, whatever's going on in the world, I've got you covered. We're still on YouTube right now. Malay has decided to just quadruple down in the face of losing nearly $30 billion. Reimagine. Sorry, again, listen again. A lot of practice. Reimagine. They are literally trying to put a content creator in prison for their opinions. You're gonna find interviews on my channel. You're gonna find deep dives. You're gonna find breaking news. You're gonna find long-term coverage. Everything you need to stay in touch, you're gonna find on the quartering. If you're watching this video, make sure that you subscribe to the channel. I really think you're gonna find 1 or 2 videos a day that you really enjoy.
Fuck, it's still not working? Thought I fixed that last night. You have to retract it. It's supposed to be working, man. Yeah, I didn't have hardly anybody in there all day, though. Still not working, huh? It's weird.
Good day, Melanie. How are you?
Hi, I am doing fantastic.
I'm good. I was making all sorts of weird faces in the run-up.
Well, there it is. It's given the top 10. It should be given the.
I didn't see your weird faces. Oh no!
Should gamble.
I was busy looking on Twitter, seeing people complain about you ruining my career. You know.
Oh, I know it's over. Yeah, finally, I've been playing the long game and destroying your career, and finally now I can achieve really
it might
what
actually work this time.
This time I'm hoping. Yeah.
They're not doc coins in here. I think they're just regular. I don't know. I'll have. Actually, I can log in. Oh, their phone.
Ended up surpassing my main channel before in viewership.
Phone's getting hot already.
That was loyal, and then now I watched my weekly show. That's so far first episode completely exceeded expectations. So
chat window when you go live. And it's they said next week. Okay. They said next week that they're going to have some place to check in.
Okay.
Apparently.
Unfortunately, my mods, one of my mods, he already had them all pulled up, so I was able to give everyone their shout outs, but I didn't even know I was getting those rumble rants. I just assumed it would show in StreamYard. Boy, was I wrong.
Yeah, especially me sitting here watching like, oh, Melanie gets $50, $100, $100. She's not even reading it, like in the dollar. I'm like, wait.
Typing out.
So this week has been interesting. I want to thank everyone for tuning in. I'm joined, as always, on Tuesdays and Thursdays anyway, by Melanie Mack. You can find her Rumble channel and her YouTube channel, both linked in the description below. She uploads standalone videos as well, and does a live stream now on Wednesdays, 9 p.m. Eastern or 10 p.m.
Yes, 9 p.m. Eastern.
9 p.m. Eastern. You can also check conveniently timed a brand new video. Netflix reveals
Dirty number 3, yeah.
Details. Laura Croft, the girl boss. I didn't know that was happening.
Yeah, she's a girl boss now.
That's not reset.
She owns her own business, Croft Enterprises. So they took a character who was created to rebel against her aristocratic.
That's just I mean, this is the don't mean nothing here on this channel. Yeah, this channel doesn't mean anything.
She's working to preserve historical.
I gotta grab a card for the wifey. Tomorrow's their anniversary.
On them, which is what her
The actual day, anyway.
has been up until this point.
Yeah, this is definitely. I mean, fortunately, we still have the remasters that have come out as a different outsourced thing. If it wasn't for those, oh my goodness, Tomb Raider fans would have absolutely nothing to latch on to. But yeah, they're running the mainline Tomb Raider stuff, but we still have the remasters.
We got tons of them in Michigan and Ohio. They call them traffic circles here. And as long as everybody knows what they're doing with them, it's not a big deal. Actually, they save you a lot of time where there used to be stop signs. Just got a lot of the older folks don't know how to deal with them. Cop hidden up ahead.
Did approve, and it's the unified version. We saw the concept art that looks very similar as well, but it changed her proportions entirely. As you can see from the master version on the left, she has that curvy, actual curvy, not fat, curvy body type. She's got more feminine proportions with the long legs, and then what they've done with her models is they've changed her proportions entirely. She's got a very long, straight waist, very short.
Yeah, that's what they call them, but that's what I mean. They just call them traffic circles here. I don't care either way. I actually don't mind them as long as I'm not behind somebody who doesn't know what the fuck they're doing with them.
They get this like Chad jawline. Yeah.
There's a ton of them up in Ann Arbor too. They're all over the place up there. They're putting more of them down by my house down there in Ohio too.
Interesting story. I don't know if you've been following.
It just makes the intersection take up more space too, though. So if there's private property around them, they just domain it out.
Primary debt, not just some debt. Used to be that classic. And he has been out talking about, Stellar Blade censorship, which they're not wrong. I think the game, for the most part, from what I've seen, is basically 99% intact. Not quite the disaster that
just gives all these road commissions reasons to spend more money without actually fixing the roads.
I can experience the actual outfits uncensored, the more uncensored, and the hard art.
Oh yeah, the hard R stuff.
I need that to still be there.
Yeah, the hard R is one of the most important aspects of the game. The frustrating thing about having to make these exceptions around, the censorship is that you're going to have to then beat all the bugs too that are written in day one stuff. If you want to play the game uncensored, you're going to have to play with all whatever bugs the game sucks. Well, that and I haven't seen like any, like Stellar Blade, any of the griping that's Stellar Blade. It's really not been around the state of the game, whether it's buggy or...
Well, there's a couple spots like up in Ann Arbor where there's like two of them right next to each other. You go into one and then right into another one. It's kind of weird.
Issued some sort of, what I thought...
Left turn, yeah.
Essentially a bad joke.
Right. That's what it looked like to me.
If you ain't rubbing, you ain't racing, right?
I understand because he's the one that's like, most affected by it. But to me, it was pretty obviously a joke. How it's not about that. And so it's like,
Oh, shit. Whew. Pollen. Gotta love the pollen.
Everybody who is going to see it that way, even if she meant it that way, you got to be careful with stuff like that because Twitter's full of all kinds of crazies out there. If they see something and they don't take it, I will post something that's an obvious joke and some people will take it serious. So when it comes to something like this, putting a hit on somebody, that's you're kind of putting yourself in a tough situation there if someone actually takes that serious. But the funny thing about the original guy said 20K and he makes it disappear. Before he deleted it, I replied to it and I said, you need to step away from Twitter before your soy latte gets cold. And I don't love people like that one.
Yeah.
But I obviously didn't even know what he really looked like, but just his profile picture of how he's illustrated looked very much like he partakes in soy lattes.
yeah, and his actual picture also looks like that. The original guy had told Mark, he tweeted like, I'll pay 20 grand when he makes this guy disappear. Not great. Really not great. And like you said, you can't really underestimate the
Oh, yeah.
So then this girl comes along and says this.
Yeah, I don't have any issue with mold allergies, pollen and grass. So I guess dust. They do get to me from time to time. It's not like I get horrible. I just get some sneezes. I get a runny nose when I cut the grass.
Now, I want to give the benefit of the doubt here. I don't think she's actually asking anyone to end anyone's life.
Right.
I just don't believe that. But we don't get the benefit of the doubt.
Exactly, we don't. And I think there has to be some sort of standard here as well, because when you start into that realm, and again, with these crazies online and all not everybody's going to see the joke in that, but when it comes to joking about unaliving people, I don't like to do that. I think that's especially when you have that side that, dude, they want us unalived. And that's what's crazy about this, is they'll see a take, and I've had people come after me for my Tomb Raider take saying very much the same thing, hoping that I get unalived.
Yeah, KYS, this
and it's like, you really have to reflect inwardly.
Really?
Wow.
I haven't noticed any difference. I've only had it once though.
Actually hope that and would like to see somebody be unalived because their takes on
I like that
what is wrong with you?
alternate
To have that kind of
name there though.
Yeah,
I will give you that.
It's extremely over the top, and it's also, I think these are the very same people that, came up with Schrodinger's douchebag.
It's called the
where
coof.
They try to excuse people, who they view as on the right. Because they're the ones, the left, are the same ones that came up with you're not allowed to say it's just a joke. Even though there's the same people that say, oh, I hope something terrible happens to them in the wrong crowd. Like, they don't live by their own standards that they hold everyone else up to. And so
But
it's
no
like,
pokies for me though.
I'm less inclined
One time,
to be like, she's
got my
obviously
immunity,
joking.
and
And
to
again,
go.
if she was making this video about me,
I got a doctor's appointment Friday. They're gonna try and push it on me too, just to check up.
Reacted, and he was not.
They're gonna try and push them all on me. They always do every time I go there. The VA is shot Nazis, but they don't force you though.
She's so aggressive. Well, it's simple. How do you deal with a situation like this? It's really easy. I contacted Twitch on it early. Oops. I sent an invite. Oops.
Good.
And we'll see what happens. She's gone. And, you know, maybe after that, I might put in a police report. I haven't decided. I think I'm gonna just wait and see how things play. So for people that don't know, Asmongold is one of Twitch's largest streamers, like by far. When he was on his like Final Fantasy MMO, Final Fantasy Online run, it was not uncommon to see him have 70,000 live concurrent viewers. If he sent this clip to Twitch, this chick is gone, like for sure. I mean, now we know how Twitch bans are. Is it going to be perma? Probably not. But you could see it. If it was a man saying it about a woman, I'd be willing to bet it'd be permanent.
Oh, for sure. Oh, you know it would. You know it would. But I am glad he's doing something about this. If they're going to listen to somebody, he's somebody that they would listen to with his status there with Twitch. But Twitch is constantly banning people for wrongthink. They suspended my account for a couple weeks for sharing biblical values that I have that go against their narrative. And so I'm sick of seeing people get away with stuff that just because it's on the right side, they're on the side that, oh, okay, well, they approve of everything and they think they're on the right thing side, then they can get away with anything. So even though Asmongold, he has pretty woke takes, but at the same time,
he's basically a leftist who is in general anti-woke, anti-censorship. He has a soft spot for horrors.
Yes.
That's been my, I think Asmon, we would agree with him on 95% of things. He has some weird takes about horrors, and I think he is probably center-left. But for the most part, he's not unhinged, and he's not he's basically saying, hey, she said this stuff with my name and my face on the screen, so I'm viewing that as a threat to me. Even though I think she was probably
that's about drunk.
Yeah.
And all I know is people who want, because this is the side that wants people completely deplatformed for thinking differently than them. We've seen this especially during lockdowns and stuff like that during the pandemic. Anybody who wasn't a part of that game, anybody who was like, hey, you know what, I don't want to wear a mask. No, I don't.
Oh yeah, 2 fingers at least.
They wanted us completely.
They wanted you dead.
They did, and they wanted us deplatformed off the internet. This, that, the other.
Breathe through that shit.
See this over even video game takes. Oh, you don't like that they made your favorite video game character ugly or look like a man when she was a woman? Well, we don't think you need to be on the internet. You shouldn't. They're so threatened by opinions different than theirs, and that's a huge red flag if you can't handle different opinions from you. And when I see people who make stupid takes that I disagree with, I don't think it's platform. I hope that they're not allowed. No, I want them on there. I want them to be able to share their opinions, even if they're ridiculous. But obviously, I'm going to draw a line if you are encouraging people to unalive somebody, or if you can be responsible for something like that. But in general, it's like, hey, have a different opinion. It also gives people stuff to bounce off of. When you look at how Instagram's threads, their Twitter alternative, that, there's no arguing allowed, no this or that. It is such a boring platform. We need people with different opinions, and we need people to share different opinions to make things interesting.
Yeah, big agree on that. Shout out to CR Vox, who gifted 10 Overcast memberships, and Raptor, who said she's a female can't believe people pay to see her. But that's whatever. That's like a personal attack. The lunatic of Piers Morgan somehow made the members of GWAR that appeared on Gutfeld seem rational. Yeah, I didn't know GWAR was on Gutfeld. I mean, I've always had a soft spot for GWAR, even though I don't love their music. I've like enjoyed how crazy they are.
Oh yeah.
And I think
Last week, I got invited to be on Piers Morgan's show as a guest for something, for a segment about Tomb Raider, which they didn't move forward with that. But they were like, oh, okay, there's Tomb Raider. Lara Croft is no longer a Tomb Raider. We would like to have you on the show to talk about this. So I was like, yeah, sure. That's supposed to be last Wednesday. And then they were like, okay, yeah, we just want you to share your side of it. Which side are you on? And I was like, oh, I'm totally against it. I think it's ridiculous how they're changing her from the character she was created to be, this, that, and the other. And then, like, the day before I was supposed to go on, they were like, oh, wait, we're not moving forward this, maybe next time.
Yeah, I noticed that one of the things that I've noticed is that Piers is really poaching YouTubers. I don't know if YouTubers are getting a bump from it or not. I hope they are.
Right.
Because it's like, I see like a lot of fellow YouTubers going on a show, I'm like, he needs you, not the other way around.
Right.
But if they're getting a boost from it, then I hope then it would be worth it. And then on Rumble, smash that Rumble-see thumbs up button on Rumble. Yeah. I wanted to talk about a great clip here. It's minute 19. I thought we could react to it. I haven't seen it yet. No spoilers. This, all I know is this is a LARPing towel on Columbia campus, right? One of these LARPers that I don't know. They're like LARPing
Dog farts.
Okay. So this is new Columbia student grilled by a reporter for demanding the university rioters who took over Hamilton Hall. Let's see. So, so people know, the reporter says, why should the university be obligated to provide food for people who have taken over Hamilton? By the way, anybody notice her right-hand man there?
The outfit.
Makeup? Yeah. And by the way, they would throw you off the roof, hypothetically, if you ever went over there, bro. Just so you know. Die. They're literally gonna die.
Oh my goodness. They don't have to be there. They don't have to protest, you know.
They could leave at any time.
Yeah.
They could go to anyone. By the way, these protesters, just so everyone knows, you know, they're all happy to use university bathrooms. They're using university facilities. They're eating university food. They're enjoying university air conditioning and heat. The idea is like, that this idiot thought, I'm going to get in front of the mic and I'm really going to do something here. This is
I've got a new business idea now. I'm going to protest in front of the Crystal Dynamics headquarters about what they've done with Lara Croft. So I'm going to need people to bring me food and money while I do that.
That's right. Everybody, everybody who's watching live, definitely super chat and subscribe as a member, because Melanie's making a decision, a totally optional one, but you have to, that's not up to her. You have to support her.
Yeah, exactly.
This guy what is this guy? He's wearing a, what do you call, like a midriff shirt or like a crop top?
Yeah.
This guy, I will pay whoever you are. Dude, I don't know. I'm not, you know. Contact me. I will give you $20,000 so you can travel to Palestine. Okay, I want you to go to Palestine. I want you to dress like that.
Yes.
And I want you to go help the locals. I will pay 20,000 US American dollars to send this gentleman to Palestine to help free Gaza. the reporter's like, yo, but they did that on purpose.
Yeah?
Yeah, you know that you could leave and get all the. And by the way, I'm sure there. I don't know if water fountains are still a thing in big, big schools anywhere. But like, there's water. You could go to the sink in the bathroom and get water if you're dying of thirst. So the reporter says, I mean, he's being so courteously cocky.
Yeah.
Like he goes, it sounds like you're saying you want to be revolutionaries, but could you please bring us some food and water? And then you can just see like, if I had like my editors here, they'd like put the little hamster on the hamster wheel, like running inside of her head.
Yeah, in Colombia, they're demanding they bring them food and water while they're sitting. But yeah, but I'm not worried about the homeless here. Yeah, it's those sons of bitches.
Well, no, they're not.
But they're giving money to both sides. That's the thing. They're giving money to both sides. They want this conflict. DC tyrants want the conflict.
So no.
Oh, I don't know to the extent that it's been attempted, but it probably, maybe, possibly has. Also, they're wearing the same scarf. This must be an initiative.
This is this is they're all
That's their
bought the
swag.
same scarf from the same seller, and they all have the same green tents, definitely not all provided by the same person. To the comments, tell her to have Hamas send an Uber in for them. I mean, there's like, please, no food and no water.
Yeah, it pays the military-industrial complex is who it pays.
They should be arrested. I mean, they're just letting. See, somebody else got it.
Dear.
This dude is working security. I'm pretty sure my grandmother could single-handedly retake Colombia.
Did you see what happened with Alex Stein the other day, walking up on the protesters? Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it's always, they expect to be taken, like, look at this dude, his eyebrows are on, as a kid say, on fleek.
A little too much on fleek, I'm scared.
Yeah, I don't think anybody, you're not going to get an eyebrow guy over in Palestine that's going to keep them up that and keep their lines that tight. The whole thing is a ridiculous LARP, and they would, just so we're clear, they would kill him in Palestine. Like, that is not me being hyperbolic, that's not being mean, that is the reality. And this guy's over, I mean, the cognitive dissonance that these people live within is, I don't even understand. It's like nuclear levels of insanity. I wonder if they'll, and by the way, just so everyone knows, your tax dollars are paying off this guy's student loans. Just so everyone knows.
People like that,
JC.
that does not, because, here's something that I don't think I'm super versed in this whole topic, but when I see people like this, I just feel affirmed in the fact that I'm not on the same side they are, because that's weird.
Yeah, well, that's what I mean. Like, I said in a video earlier today that, like, I don't care. I don't have a horse in this race or dog in this fight, but these people are making me be pro-choice.
Yeah.
Like, I just can't.
I don't give a fuck about either of them, honestly. I could care less about either of them. So, I mean, I don't care.
$1,000 on a college education that the United States taxpayers are paying off for them, most likely. For what? Not exactly. I mean, this woman is an actual moron. I mean, we don't want the universities to violently stop our food and water. Are they stopping it? Well, no, they're not. Okay, so what do you want? Well, we want them to issue a statement saying it. But they haven't? No, they haven't. Like, I I don't even understand how these people get up and like walk and drink water at the same time. And yet somehow, here's an interesting fact value too. 37,000 students in Columbia. And we're talking about this group of protesting LARPers is like a few hundred, like 200, 300.
Yeah.
So I don't know what is going on with these other students. I suppose they're probably like, hey, I don't have to go to class today. Like, I feel like if I were in college and this crap was going on and I couldn't get to the mess hall, and I couldn't get to the library, or I couldn't get to class, like, I'd be walking right through these encampments and telling you to suck my balls.
If they're not
like,
keeping me from doing what I'm supposed to do, I don't care if they sit in the fucking universities all day. What I care about is that my stolen tax dollars are paying for their student loan. So yeah, that pisses me off a little bit. But besides that, I don't give a fuck. They could sit all they want. Just stop stealing my tax money.
Escalated everything. I don't know, but I'm just glad that this kind of stuff I didn't have to worry about.
Yeah. Well, the funny thing is you know, I saw somebody in chat say just airdrop a pallet of MREs, which would be hilarious. You know, I don't understand.
All right, let me turn this other stream on.
15 this afternoon, those posters now gone. We gotta make sure that we know what has been deleted. So we're gonna take a look at it so we never forget. And then we'll see what Michael Cohen is up to, because look at this freaking goofball over here on TikTok. Oh my gosh. It's like, this is perfect for this video, okay? So he's showing up on TikTok now, doing like heart, honk, honk, quack, quack, moo, moo, whatever. I don't know what the hell goes on right now. But he is on TikTok, I think, collecting money for ranting about Trump. Okay, so Trump just got fined $9 grand, and Cohen is TikToking away his life. And in many of these TikTok videos, he's hating Trump, which seems a little bit inappropriate. So we'll go through that, see what the contempt order looks like from this judge. And then, of course, see what you have to say about it. I don't know what the heck is on his head. I think it's a devil or something. I don't know. All right, so let's go. All right. Then, we got trial activities. Stormy Daniels' lawyer and Karen McDougal's lawyer. Remember, we kind of associate
Politicians and the war machine. That's who's being protected.
Stormy and McDougal were both represented by the same attorney. Immediately, that same attorney brought very similar claims, and both of those claims were against the same person.
Oh yeah, for sure, JC.
So we're going to go into this trial, day 9, courtesy of...
Oh, I mean, they run all the media organizations too.
All of his links are in our descriptions. We have descriptions. We had 3 people on the stand today: Gary Farrow, Michael Cohen's baker. We had a bunch of people who were authenticating Trump statements. So some C-SPAN people, I believe, some deposition, audio recorder people were there. So we'll fly through those. But then the new witness on the day is...
Yeah, isn't that fucked up? That's all. That's where they graduate to, is to those type of jobs. Directly from...
this chain of command went.
I mean, Pelosi, she's worth $120 million, and she makes $170,000 a year.
The theme of the defense case is that Michael Cohen was in on this whole thing. Right? Michael Cohen was actually responsible for initiating these and then playing dumb as he facilitated the resolution and grifted off the top of the settlement. So we'll go through this. We'll even probably diagram how this whole thing works, depending on how the testimony goes. But we'll see what's inside. Then Donald Trump spoke after court, and we'll listen to his statement there. All, of course, before we jump into your comments and your thoughts on the day. And that will happen after the program.
Well, the good thing about all this is that Biden's probably going to lose Michigan over it.
Locals.com, where we have our members-only community. We'd love to have you. We do streams in the morning. I already had a great live stream this morning talking about what's happening on the college campuses. And, of course, that's streams, great community. We talk about a lot of other things that we can't get to here, a little bit more casual, and it's a fun way to interact and start the days off. WatchingTheWatchers.locals.com. We also have RobertCorbea.com. If you want to download any PDFs, go to the merch or access the show calendar so you can see what's coming up. If you want to get the daily newsletter delivered to your inbox, RobertCorbea.com is where you go for that. And WatcherLodge.com is our sovereignty and self-development community. Our garden is going very nicely over there, although my seedlings are quite leggy. We're going to fix that. We're working on that this weekend. But we have, of course, our Sovereignty Saturdays every Saturday. Come join us. They're a ton of fun. We talk about how the world is melting down and how not to be melting down with it. We also then talk about what is coming up. Today is the last day. If you wanted to sign up for that business event that I will be going to, it is the Speakeasy Mastermind.
All right, I'm not taking you guys in with me to Costco here. Got a few things I got to get. I'll get the wifey a little something.
That's over after today. And then Vegas, June
For the anniversary.
2024. That's this year, baby. Election year at Trump International Hotel in Las Vegas. Because why not? Where else would we go? It's election season. So we should go and hang out at Trump Tower and, patronize this man for all the things that he is doing. All right. Be patrons, okay, not patronizing. All right. So, let's see. Let's get to it. You know where to find us. All the links are in the description.
Thanks for hanging out. Short ride.
Come check us out. We'd love to see you. All right. Now,
Going
let's
to,
get into it.
I don't know. We'll see what it's like when I get home. I got a couple places I'm going to stop on the way home.
By a Democrat judge. Go figure. The same guy whose daughter raised almost $100 million for Democrats and other people like Joe Biden, Adam Schiff, Kamala, and others, has decided that Donald Trump posted some illegal truths on the interwebs. And Trump, of course, was responding to the kangaroo evidence in this case, in this courtroom.
Oh, for sure, JC.
Trying to concoct
For sure.
a crime.
All right, guys.
to prosecute
Sorry, I'm gonna kill it now. I may go live from the desktop. We'll see.
Statute that was
Thanks for hanging out. Love you guys. Thanks for keeping me safe. Peace.
So we're going to go through this because Judge